So next up, we'll be checking out both Fundog Studios' The Forever Winter Burst Transmission 2.0 Mother Courage Lifecycle, as well as the look into this entire video done by the Winter Rose. I know a bit about Mother Courage because she's kind of the poster body horror monster for the entire franchise, because it's very distinct and very much, oh god, it's anime but terrifying, but also metal as hell. And it has so many questions that I'm about to probably get answers for. Or scarred for life. It could go either way. Let's find out. I'm just going to leave a like in advance. Whoa. Glowing eye? Oh, you can see the actual metal components in the bigger light. Oh, there's blood on everything. Oh, she blinks! Sorry, I didn't realize, like, I thought the face was just a plate. I didn't realize it was an actual functional face. That's such a, oh, it's more human because it blinks. That actually makes it freakier. Are they, what? Oh, they're washing. The face actually moves. Yeah, she's just moving her neck and head out of the way so they can do that easier. So is this just someone in a giant cyborg body? Huh. What the hell? Oh, there's more. Oh, there's multiple versions. Wait, is that a parade? Oh yeah, it's a guy taking a selfie with him and Mother Courage. That is... And you can see them in the holding cells being clean. This is so weird. It's like you can see they're actually people. But at the same time, this is... I'm getting weird both Evangelion and Ghost in the Shell vibes. There's pain. Oh, they can bite people. I guess the mouth opens. Sure, we saw the tongue earlier. Is that a detonator? That was a detonator. Yeah, because the faction is all based around cybernization horror. Also, Andre, change your request for find our friend Deltarune. If you got a specific one, sure. Wait, was that a mech set? Oh, wait, they can get guns! Oh, Mother Courage mounted guns. That is a freaking pile driver, isn't it? And a mask? No, it's multiple of them with it. And it looks like there's other guys running the guns as backup units. Okay. So the armor is wearing armor. Working as units. Oh, this must be the front lines of the actual war. Because that's the thing that this entire game doesn't really cover. What you're fighting or playing through is not the front lines of the war. You're looking through the back ends where the chaff are just kind of around because that's just what's going on. Where everything's just being put together by AIs fighting each other. This is the actual combat zone where the war would be happening in truth. So the Mother Courage is literally the big mech for them. Not just a reclamation unit. Oh yeah, and the little guy on them is basically crowd control. Okay. Whoa. Also, Andre, you mentioned opposite, and Discord gave me 1 second. Okay. They got a mother-mounted gun. Oh, and he got blown off. And it took her down. Remembering pain? Oh, and that's why the ones you see in the game are always so stupid. They're not actually the frontline ones who are so much human anymore. They're kind of just blown out on their own right. You see the eye is damaged. Because a lot of the people you fight from this faction who are the cyborgs are just zombies, essentially. They're the equivalent of the refuse themselves, the ones we see. What? What, was she crying? Yeah, something falls down. It looks like it could be a tear, but it looks like it's coming from behind the head, so maybe a spark instead. And she was looking more human and acting more... Whatever they put in her, I'm assuming, is probably suppressing the mind without destroying it. Now she's moving forward. And that's why they kind of just walk everywhere in a big lumbering thing where they're very much leaning forward. But when we saw them in the parade, they were still acting like a person and even making the silly face with the tongue out. And the guy just smoking cigarettes, so he's human enough to still have a mouth and lungs. Which, for this faction, is very much a unique thing. No, what did that just say? Mobile DT 131. You know, this probably means something to other people who know more about the lore. I'm not one of those people. He's bringing in another one, isn't he? Whoa. Airier winter. Wait, winter's a term in this world? I mean, it's forever winter, but what? The forever winter. And fun dog. Dude. And now we're going to check out the Winter Rose's coverage of this, because there's so much I've probably missed that I want to find out. Also, Tutor, show personality to civilians, good PR, but on the field, you are not a person. That's the thing, though. I think it's the other way around. I don't think they were showing personality to civilians. I think they had personality. And that's why we got the bit what looked like a tear at the end, because that was very much being suppressed. They're not allowed to be people otherwise, which is the most dehumanizing thing. And for that entire faction seems to be how they run.
Ooh, rats. We got a new lore drop with the Mother Courage burst transition.
Yeah.
Well, let's go into what we've seen so far, entering into the service bay here. First off, I just want to point out that the Zavex personnel here in the Mother Courage bay are normal baseline humans. This is...
Oh, they actually were. Okay, I thought I was just being like weird about that, but no, they're actually just normals.
Very interesting. We know that the Eurasians have a somewhat discriminatory view towards organics, but this seems to either not be the case.
I'm assuming it's discriminatory, but it's one of those, we hate these people. And yet they're probably the ones who are secretly running it, because everyone who they would normally be discriminated against, they can also just terminate. It seems like it's very much a complicated fuck you system. And everyone's getting the fucked and the you.
In regards to...
Also, Andre, there you go. Is in the sandbox video. Sand video box? Sandbox? What? Oh, it's probably in Discord. That makes sense.
The Mother Courage cleanup crews, or alternatively, they doubled down on it, and these crews are peasant workers. the lowest of the low. And if that's the case, maybe we should make like their transhuman overseers and just kind of ignore them while we talk about the lady of the hour here, Mother Courage herself, who, it seems, can feel pain. Very.
And remembers it and is aware of everyone else around her, and almost looked like she was getting drugged and mentally suppressed to just walk on the field. And also because this is the one we know from in-game, so all the other variations are just completely different.
Very interesting. Firstly, we get to see some more variation in the Mother Courage models, at the very least in terms of hairstyle. That kind of begs a question. Is the hair manufactured, or do they style it themselves? I don't know, there seems to be some options here.
Yeah.
And then with a brief cameo from the Orbis tank, we get to see that Mother Courage seems to have a interesting relationship with the Eurasian citizenry. She has a bit of personality here. Now, we know from the Cognition Cradle she has emotions and opinions.
Wait, current restriction level 2. Scav, I'll ask again. Do you have any form of entertainment?
On the lesser organics around her. But
No. However, she tilts her head slightly. Wait, you can just talk to a Mother Courage? Observation of human interaction produces varied internal responses. I am cataloging those. Elevated system coherence occurs in high-intensity scenarios. System coherence. And then we saw she was explicitly drugged. Oh, so basically, when she's in a high-intensity scenario, she gets to be more human. But otherwise, she's more or less broken down into just the giant robot otherwise. So it's going the full dehumanization route. Also, hey kids, is Trench Crusade too hopeful for you? Oddly enough, this is like, it starts in a position where Trench Crusade would be too hopeful, but the entire thing is, it looks like the kind of game where eventually you might actually have a chance to change that as they progress.
But it's interesting to see her catering to the regular citizens of Eurasia. Now, this could be incited propagandistic behavior, but it's still cool to see regardless, and at least we get an explanation for where this scene and position came from, since we've been seeing it for months already. But I would...
Seriously? Wow, I just missed that completely. If I had seen that prior to seeing this, I would have thought, oh, someone is able to make fan art.
Go so far as to say that I assume it's genuine emotional behavior. Like we see here in the repair bay, that is pain. That's a reaction to being fixed. And here with the Europans, there's genuine curiosity. That's not anger, that's not aggression, at least not at first.
Yeah, she was actually smiling a bit.
Although it deeply transitions into it. And then look at this absolute hero down in the turret. I know everyone's saying, witness me. I just see Maccabi and Janissary. And
honestly, I was thinking more praise the sun, but that's just me.
I fully approve. Good for you, your open grin. Back to the repair bay, we get a wet scene that's definitely not going to be abused by certain members of the fandom. And then the...
You know what? He's completely right, and I am actually disappointed in myself because that is the obvious act, and I didn't even think of it until he mentioned it. I have failed at internet.
Actual important shit. Through the reign of cyborgs, we have a heavy weapons Mother Courage.
Yeah.
Look at that. Now, admittedly, I see her weapon and all I see is the Sangheili, but that's...
Oh, shit, he's right. It's basically if they had an even bigger version of this giant piece of... Could be worse, could be a giant needler.
not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, how does her arm support all that weight? It's so...
Space magic! Metal! I hear it doesn't burn.
Big compared to her little arms comparatively.
Also, I'm being told by Tudor, you know, fan art was made in the hundreds from the first few seconds of Mother Courage. My God! Also, Taryn, how dare I disparage an old classic that's Transformers animated? I've never heard of that prior to now.
They're probably the size of trees. Look at her little Eurasian assaulter gunners. They're so cute. I want to shoot them in the face and knock them off her body. That would be so much fun. Regardless, though, this is really cool to see, and I want to fight her. I want to fight her, Fun Dog. Let me fight her. I'm going to kill that thing. And you can't tell me you don't want to do it, too. And they also gave her, like, a football helmet grill. Come on.
Oh, yeah. No, that's what it looks like. I don't play sports, obviously, for anyone surprised about that. Oh, shit. Actually, now that I look at it, it kind of looks like the entire setup is football padding, too. I mean, I guess for something this big, anything works.
That's just adorable. What is that meant to stop? Like a shape charge explosive? But only
Yeah. Maybe they're not supposed to eat people.
if it hits her lower jaw. Absolutely nowhere else. I'm not complaining. I think it looks cool. It's just, it only looks cool. This is not really valuable defensively. but I don't really mind because everything else is just so excellent. Like, look at this Mother Courage heavy battle line. That's so cool. I want to fight this in the game. Have them just kick the shit out of me. I'm all for it.
Considering we already saw the guy getting the stomp on, I think there's an entire fetish going on here that a lot of people are suddenly realizing they need to play the game for.
This seems like a fun way to die. I'm telling you, I really do want her sprinting like this. Let Mother Courage sprint. Look at that. I've been asking.
I wonder if this is how they're introducing that there's going to be a heavy weapons variant of her added to the game that just fights the giant mechs on the other side. They already have them. Why not?
For a sprinting Mother Courage for months and months now, basically as long as I've been making YouTube videos. I think I mentioned it in my very first video. And it's so fun to see it potentially coming to us now. Though it seems the Lady of the Hour is a little traumatized reliving the experience and maybe she doesn't want to repeat it, she might know what's going to happen once the players get a hold of her. I mean, that is a look of true terror and it's entirely warranted. I've seen the fan art. But then we get...
So this was all the flashbacks she was having, which I kind of got ideas for, but I wasn't entirely sure about. Is she a person who was just cybernized until they became that? Or, since this is a universe where AI is very much a thing, is this someone who is actually an AI developing personality and just getting the giant body? I legitimately don't know.
Get into the Mother Courages that we love and know, the corpse recovery units. And this seems to suggest that maybe these are broken units. Rear line support personnel, or support machinery, as it may or may not be.
Because they're too valuable to throw away, but they're not worth sending to the front lines.
Unlike the frontline models, I don't think we've seen the proper Mother Courage in-game yet. And
you could tell that early on, I realized from this one. Right here.
Battle line.
Like here they're sprinting, prior to that, they're all standing.
Too. And then
like at more of attention. They're standing upright. They don't have to slouch. That's actually a huge difference right there. I just noticed. Yeah. So, and these ones,
recovery units.
Yeah, they're just moving motions.
This seems to suggest that maybe these are broken units. Rear line support personnel, or support machinery, as it may or may not be. Unlike the frontline models, I don't think we've seen the proper Mother Courage in-game yet. And that excites me, Scavs. I don't know about y'all, but that sounds...
Undamaged intake yields more complete data. Previous configurations prioritize impact. Current configuration prioritize intake fidelity and difference in measurable. So I'm just going to pull this up over here. Let's see. Here we go. At least from unfiltered behavior. And according to Croc, from what I've seen, they seem like giant AI toddlers. Yeah, I kind of get that impression. Which would actually... There's so much about this game that's just fucked up. But because the entire world is intentionally fucked up as the baseline.
Sounds very enticing to me. And then here at the end, our good old Mother Courage FOV character moves out from the repair bay, and this single Zavex personnel does the most impressive thing I've seen so far. They smoke a cigarette in a full hazmat suit with a face mask.
Is there a face mask, though? And like, we see... No, it's not actually a face mask. He has a gap right down the middle. We just don't ever get to see on it, but we can see the outline of it right here. There's actually the gap. We just can't see through it. And it looks like it is cloth, too.
Suit with a face mask. How?
Yeah, see, there's like a tiny little gap right in the middle. You can see something's underneath it, but I can't make out what it is.
How? I don't know.
It's not a face mask. It's literally a wetsuit. Not even a wetsuit. This is a poncho for fluids getting on top of them. Huh.
But I'm impressed. And the cycle continues.
Bringing in another one.
Courage is not important in this war. And that's a very fun idea. I think it's adding the right kind of flavor and zest to the game and the lore. But what do you scavs think? Anyway, this was just a quick video made out of the raw fucking hype for this release. And like all of my videos here on the channel, is brought to you by these fine rats appearing.
I think freaking Forever Winter, even though I suck at this game to the point where I cannot play it, I love what they're doing, damn it. It's so cool. Like, there's so much lore, there's so much detail, there's so much depth. The art style is so cool, and it's radically differentiated from every single one of them. And every bit of it is just getting darker and weirder, but somehow more and less human. And it's fucked up, but it's like, it's fucked up because people are just trying to react and no one knows what's going on. And I'm also glad we checked out Winter Rose's take, just because he has way more information than I do. So he missed, or he caught a bunch of things that I would miss. Also, the obvious Sang Healy reference there is like, oh, yeah, that's so obvious. I'm actually disappointed in myself still. That's on me. You guys know the deal. There's a link below to the original video. Forever Winter is awesome. Fundog Studios is definitely one of the best companies I've seen. And I would love if I wasn't so bad at this game. I know Duck's offering to guide me through it, but I'm the guy who died initially because I fell into an instant death trap and I didn't die and the game broke. Yeah, just check it out. I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.